Welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Pepsi 600. I am your host, Crazy Dallas, as always, and we are back in the Crazy Dallas Cup Series for another great American race. But this time, it's not necessarily the Crazy Dallas 500, but we have one of the biggest American races of the Crazy Dallas Cup Series. This is the Pepsi 600 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This will be probably our longest mile-wise track of the year, considering it's 600 miles. Last week at Talladega, that was the biggest track we're going to do in the Crazy Dallas Cup Series, of course. And now we have the biggest mile-wise. Let's take a look at the track. There is your iconic starting gate that we've been using ever since the Crazy Dallas 500, the first race of the season. There's turns 1 and 2, and then they come on this really long back stretch that's over almost a mile wide. There's 5 great American flags, because who doesn't love America right now? And then there's turns 3 and 4, and then coming down to that tri-oval, there is the iconic, of course, the finish line. And then they patched up some grass right next to the tri-oval, and then there's the end. Shout out to Chase Briscoe for being the 2026 Pepsi 600 pole winner. Chase Briscoe has been on a roll recently, and Chase Briscoe receives 5 points from winning the pole. So Chase Briscoe is now officially your points leader by, I believe, 2 points over Chase Elliott, which is not by much. All right, here's a look at all your segments. We have 8 segments of 4 cars, 2 segments of 5 cars. There we have 3 part-time drivers today, 42 cars total. The first part-time driver in that 87 Red Bull car, third segment on the bottom of the screen, Connor Zilic. And then we have Carson Kvapil in that 95 red, white, and blue car on that 8th segment on the far right there. And then Christian Eckes, that number 31 car for Colleague Racing. He's making his Cup Series debut. All of a sudden just got announced he's racing here at Charlotte and possibly one other track. So shout out to Christian Eckes for getting his Cup Series debut. All right, segment number 1, your pole setter, Chase Briscoe, had another great qualifying. He's the first driver to have 2 pole wins this season, so shout out to Chase Briscoe for that. Joey Logano had good qualifying. He's at number 22, Hunt Brothers Pizza. Shane Van Gisbergen in his WeatherTech 88 car. And then 34, Love's RV Stop car for Front Row Motorsports, Todd Gilliland. Great start by Chase Briscoe for Joe Gibbs Racing, able to hold off Joey Logano for first place. Logano in second, but Todd Gilliland able to maneuver his way to third place after passing Shane Van Gisbergen. So each segment besides the final has 3 laps, so we have 2 to go. All right, white flag is out. 1 lap to go for segment number 1. Very clean racing so far. Chase Briscoe looking really fast in the 19 car. I don't know if anybody can even catch up to him there. He's just looking really strong. Had really good qualifying. Logano's in second. Gillen able to hold off third from SVG there. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Let's see who takes segment number 1. Chase Briscoe, Joe Gibbs Racing get the segment win. We'll have to say I'm really surprised how well Chase Briscoe was able to hold off Todd Gilliland there. Todd Gilliland finishes in second. He was really fast coming on that backstretch, able to pass Logano. Logano finishes third, SVG fourth. Todd Gilliland up to second, from fourth to second. Good segment for Gilliland. Here is segment number 2. William Byron qualified second. He's doing really well in the point standings as well. He's right now in 4th place in the point standings. He's looking really good right now. Zane Smith qualified second for this segment. Bubba Wallace in 3rd. Austin Dillon in 4th. This should be an interesting segment. A lot of nice-looking paint schemes. So, yeah, segment number 2, let's do it. Wow, take a look at this finish, you guys, between Austin Dillon and Zane Smith. Dillon on the high side trying to pass Byron. He couldn't do it. Byron was clear. Instead, he just decides to photo finish and pass Zane Smith by 1/4 of a car length. Look at that finish right there. The finish line is really hard to see. So what we're going to do, guys, is from now on, I put down some of that duct tape, is what they call it. And I just made a skinny little line with that. That way the finish line's easier to see. That way if we have any more photo finishes and whatnot, and just in general. So that way you guys can see where the finish line is. Coming to 2 laps to go, though, Austin Dillon from 4th place to 2nd place. He had a hell of a start, excuse me. Now let's see how he can do on this restart with 2 laps to go. William Byron still your leader. Dillon 2nd, Zane Smith 3rd, Bubba Wallace drops down to 4th. Let's do it. William Byron for Hendrick Motorsports take the white flag. Austin Dillon, Zane Smith, and Bubba Wallace all trying to pass Byron there. Byron played a little defense right there and able to work out for him. So let's see how he does on this final lap. White flag is out. Byron 1st, Dillon 2nd, Wallace 3rd, Zane Smith in 4th. Wow, Austin Dillon upsets the segment. He goes from 4th to 1st in the segment with only 3 laps. Austin Dillon did not lift into turns 3 and 4, just straight up beat Byron there in that 24 car. So Austin Dillon gets his first segment win in the first round of a race. Byron 2nd, Bubba Wallace in 3rd, Zane Smith with a disappointing 4th place finish. All right, segment number 3, Denny Hamlin had great qualifying. I'm surprised he actually didn't win the pole, considering how qualifying went. I thought Hamlin would win the pole, but no, Briscoe Byron both did a little better than him. Ty Gibbs, Denny Hamlin and Chase Briscoe's teammate in that 54 Interstate Batteries car in 2nd. Kyle Busch qualified 3rd. He actually has a pretty strong car, though, in that Cheddar's red, white, and blue car. And then Connor Zilic, part-time driver. All right, Denny Hamlin keeps the lead from the 3 cars, but look at Kyle Busch in that 8 car. Kyle Busch looked really strong that lap, was able to pass Ty Gibbs almost immediately, and now let's see if Kyle Busch can battle Denny Hamlin's fast 3rd place starting car. All right, white flag is out. Denny Hamlin able to hold off Kyle Busch, but barely. Kyle Busch right behind his bumper. Let's see if Kyle Busch does the same thing Austin Dillon did. Just kind of pass a few cars on the first 2 laps, or on the first lap, and just screw around for another lap and see what he does. Caution comes out for the first time today for an El Reco. Denny Hamlin going to get the segment win. Kyle Busch 2nd, Ty Gibbs 3rd, and it's Connor Zilic, who's upside down coming to the tri-oval. He is spun out on his roof. Sucks, especially for him being a part-time driver. You don't get very many opportunities to race in the Crazy House Cup Series. Look at that. Denny Hamlin gets loose. Ty Gibbs, Joe Gibbs Racing gets loose on that backstretch. Kyle Busch is actually in front there, and then Denny Hamlin passes him. And then there's not a really good view of Connor Zilic's wreck, but this is our best view. You can see, I don't know if there was contact with Ty Gibbs with Connor Zilic there or what, but Connor Zilic out of the race. He will finish 42nd, which is last place today. And Connor Zilic, unfortunately for him, is the odd man out. But with that being said, that will do it for segment number 3. Denny Hamlin gets his 5th segment win of the season. And it's really good for Denny Hamlin. He's doing really well in the point standings. Kyle Busch, he needs to win if he wants to get into the All-Star race. And then Ty Gibbs finishes third. All right, segment number 4. We have Ryan Blaney in that number 12 car. He looked really strong in qualifying. I'm expecting him to have a top 10 day with how well his car went. In second place, that 17, Cinnamon Toast Crunch Kroger, Chris Buescher, did pretty well in qualifying, expecting him to get a top 20. Then in third place, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. In fourth place, J.J. Ely. Oh, this is not good for Ryan Blaney for the point standings. Caution's out. El Reco sign is out. Ryan Blaney, first lap in his race. He is out of it. He qualified fourth. Let's take a look at what happened. He was your leader. See, Buescher gives him a little bump there. There's Stenhouse. Oh, he just traction rolls off the high side of the turn. You catch the slightest little bit of air on turn 4 there coming to the tri-oval, and your car will flip over. That's how super speedways usually are, especially with Charlotte, Atlanta, Daytona, and Talladega. So Ryan Blaney, he was doing really well too in the qualifying. And just like that, he's out of it. Blaney has been struggling the last couple weeks. I'm concerned about him in the point standings now. He'll still make the All-Star race for sure, but still going to struggle a little bit in the point standings after that finish. He'll finish 41st. All right, coming to 2 to go, it's Buescher, Stenhouse, and Ely. All right, white flag has been taken by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He was able to maneuver his way past Buescher almost right away in the lap. And Stenhouse is going to have J.J. Ely push him on the inside lane. Chris Buescher's a little bit in trouble here. Buescher's going to have to play some defense if he wants to win this segment with the white flag out. Caution is out on the track for the second time in this segment for another El Reco. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. going to win the segment. Who was involved? Oh, it's J.J. Ely and Chris Buescher. 2 cars, double El Reco. 3 El Recos in this segment. What is going on here? I couldn't even tell you who got second. Look at oh, Buescher did the same thing as Blaney did. Caught some air on that outside. And then J.J. Ely ends up on his side. Not sure how J.J. Ely ended up on his side there. He must have hit the wall too or something. So Chris Buescher, J.J. Ely, both out of the race. What a chaotic segment. A lot of dirty air on that turn. But Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is going to be the lucky man in this segment, and he's going to be your only segment finisher in segment number 4. So Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is going to go to the B main with all the other drivers that won. All right, segment number 5 in that 5 car, 5 for 5. It's Kyle Larson. Had pretty strong qualifying in that 5 car. We'll see how he does today. He's doing okay in the point standings. He's in the top 12. In second place in that 2 car, Austin Cindric. Cindric needs to have a top 10 today if he wants to get to the All-Star race. As long as he has a top 10 finish, he should make the All-Star race. Third place, Jarno Nemechek. Fourth place, Justin Haley. Jarno Nemechek and Justin Haley both need to win if they want to get to the All-Star race. All right, for once we are caution El Reco free in the first time for quite a while. Kyle Larson still your leader with 2 laps to go. It's Larson first, Cindric second, Jarno Nemechek third, and Justin Haley is in 4th place. Oh, we got another caution on the track for another El Reco. Who is it? Larson's your leader. That is Austin Cindric's out of it. Cindric will not make the All-Star race. Unbelievable. He was doing so good in the point standings early in the season. Let's take a look what happened. Maybe it was turn 4 again. Larson's your leader by about a car length and a half. Yeah, it is. He hit the wall on turn 4. Turn 4 is deadly here at Charlotte. Look at that. He went on top of Justin Haley's Hawkeyes car. The Iowa Hawkeyes just got penetrated by Austin Cindric's car. So Austin Cindric will not make the All-Star race unless someone else, El Recco, is with him, but most likely not. So Austin Cindric is probably not going to make the All-Star race because he wrecked there. It's going to be tight for him, but I highly doubt it, unfortunately for him. All right, white flag is out. Kyle Larson, your leader. John Nemechek, Justin Haley. As long as one of those guys wins today, they will make the All-Star race, because if you win, you automatically get in. Kyle Larson and Hendrick Motorsports get their 16th segment win this season. A lot of segment wins by Hendrick. They're tied with Team Penske now. John Nemechek in second place. Justin Haley in third. That was a good race. All right, segment number 6. Tyler Reddick has another good qualifying. Tyler Reddick won Darlington a few races ago. 2 races ago to be specific. He is doing really well in the point standings now. Alex Bowman, that 48 car, he needs to have a top 10 day if he wants to make the All-Star race. Same thing goes with Cody Ware in that 51 Arby's car. And Ty Dillon automatically is already in. All right, lap 1 was very clean and great racing right there. Tyler Reddick still in the lead. Alex Bowman in second. Ty Dillon third. Cody Ware fourth. Bowman and Ware need to have a top 10 finish today if they want to make the All-Star race. Otherwise, Tyler Reddick won to get his way in. Ty Dillon already good in points. Caution is out on the track for another El Recco. That's what, our 6th El Recco today already? And it's Tyler Reddick! Tyler Reddick has flipped! He's on his roof. He's upside down past the tri-oval after he crossed the finish line. Here he is. He's ahead of Bowman by about 2 car lengths, maybe 1 now. Yeah, just traction rolled. Look at that. Ty Dillon almost took the lead because of that, too. Ty Dillon had a big run, but he couldn't pass Bowman in time. Tyler Reddick gets walled by turn 4. Turn 4 is deadly on this track. You got to be careful on that outside line. That inside line is definitely better. All right, coming to the white flag. Alex Bowman is your leader. Ty Dillon is going to get pushed by Cody Ware. Cody Ware in that 51 car chooses the outside lane. Ware knows Bowman's desperate for a win or / top 10 in points for the point standings. Ware knows Ty Dillon's already in, so he's going to push Ty Dillon. Kind of a smart move by Ware. Caution is out. No El Recco. This is our first caution without an El Recco. I couldn't even tell you guys who won that segment between Cody Ware and Ty Dillon. It's Alex Bowman, who's off the track. He's on his wheels, but he's on the ground. He must fell off the track. Let's take a look. Oh, Ty Dillon pushed him in the wall, and Bowman. Ty Dillon got it. Ty Dillon wins the segment. Wow. Barely able to hold off Cody Ware by about a couple car lengths, and that's about it. So Ty Dillon already in the All-Star race automatically in the point standings. He is looking to be a strong car again today. Cody Ware finishes second. Alex Bowman third. All right, segment number 7, we have Carson Holzfar in that 77 car. He's doing really well in the point standings, just cannot find that first CDCS win, but he should be able to make the playoffs. Brad Keselowski in that 6 car, he needs to have a good race today if he wants to get into the All-Star race. Michael McDowell in that 71 car, he should make the All-Star race too. Jimmy Johnson, 84, he needs to have a good race as well. Brad Keselowski takes the early lead in front of Carson Hocevar. He finds a huge run on the outside lane, side drafts with Hocevar. Hocevar tries to pass him back on the turn, but it does not work. Brad Keselowski takes the lead already with still 2 laps to go. It's Keselowski, Hocevar, McDowell, and Johnson. Keselowski needs to get this segment win. All right, white flag out for Brad Keselowski, doing a really good job holding off Carson Hocevar. Jimmy Johnson takes third from Michael McDowell. The Spire Motorsport cars are on the outside lane. They're both already automatically in the All-Star race, but Jimmy Johnson, third place car right now, and Brad Keselowski, first place car. They need to have a good race today. Caution is out on the track for another El Reco. Who is it? Carson Hocevar wins the segment. Is it Brad? It's Brad Keselowski. He's out of the race. I don't know. Oh, it's Jimmy Johnson too. Another double El Reco. It's both the cars that needed to have a good race today. I don't think Keselowski or Johnson are going to make the All-Star race. Let's take a look. Turn 4. Yeah, turn 4 again. I'm not sure if we're going to have to inspect turn 4 before the next segment or what, but oh, that sucks. Johnson, I don't think will make the All-Star race. Keselowski, it all depends on what happens. Since Cindric wrecked before Keselowski, we'll see if Keselowski's in the All-Star race because of that, but I don't know. But Carson Hocevar going to win his third segment of the year. Michael McDowell still hasn't won a segment yet for him, but he finishes in second. He has a pretty strong car today, so let's see how Spire Motorsports does today with their cars. Okay, segment number 8. We have Christopher Bell in that number 20 Rheem car for Joe Gibbs Racing. He was really struggling in the point standings, and all of a sudden, the last 2 races, Christopher Bell has had 2 top 10 finishes. He's looking for his third top 10 finish in a row to get to the All-Star race. A.J. Allmendinger in that 16 car, he needs to win today to get in. Same thing with Daniel Suarez, and then Carson Kvapil, part-time driver. Caution is out on the track. We got a big wreck out of turn 4, and it's another El Reco. I saw Christopher Bell wreck. He must have saved it. And it's Carson Kvapil, who's upside down on his roof, coming right out of turn 4. A.J. Allmendinger sideways. He's on his wheels, but he's sideways on the track and right in front of Carson Kvapil. Let's take a look at a replay. Daniel Suarez goes from third to first because of this. Look at this. Christopher Bell trying to hold on to first place. He gets a little loose on the backstretch. Allmendinger trying to push him. And then Suarez on the inside. Kablamo! Suarez on the inside able to pass Bell. And Carson Kvapil also involved in that wreck with Allmendinger and Bell. So that sucks for the part-time drivers. The part-time drivers have not had luck so far this year, besides Corey LaJoie, to be honest. All right, coming to 2 laps to go. Daniel Suarez is your leader. Christopher Bell in second, and A.J. Allmendinger is going to choose the outside lane to help out Christopher Bell. Remember, Suarez, Allmendinger, they need to basically win to get into the All-Star race. All right, coming to the white flag. Look at this replay. Allmendinger gives Bell a huge run. Allmendinger on the inside gets blocked by Bell and cannot pass Bell in time. That was a great move by Christopher Bell. Spotters doing their job. If Bell did not block Allmendinger there, I think Allmendinger would be in the lead because of that. But look at this. Daniel Suarez is going to help Allmendinger with the white flag out. Will it happen? Christopher Bell able to hold off the Chevys for the segment win. That is Christopher Bell's 6th segment win this year already. And he is looking for another third straight top 10 finish. AJ Allmendinger 2nd, Daniel Suarez 3rd. They still have a chance to win the race, but it's unlikely, but still possible. All right, segment number 9 out of 10 segments. This is our first out of 2 segments that are with the 5 cars. Ross Chastain, that number 1 car, looked pretty strong in qualifying. Chase Elliott, your points leader. Well, not anymore, but was your points leader in that number 9 car. He's looking for another strong day. Noah Gragson, that 4 car, he needs to basically win to get to the All-Star race. Christian Eckes, part-time driver in that 31 car, making his Cup Series debut. We'll see how he does. And then Martin Truex Jr., he needs to win to get to the All-Star race too. Cautions out. Let's see what happened here. There's Chastain, Elliott, and Gragson. It's Christian Eckes who is stuck on the track. And Martin Truex Jr. is stuck on turn 4 on the inside lane this time, though. We do get a replay. Oh, Eckes gets a little sideways in front of Truex there. And looks like that's all we're going to get for a replay, unfortunately. But either way, coming to 2 laps to go, it's Chastain 1st, Elliott 2nd, Gragson 3rd, Eckes 4th, Truex Jr. 5th. Chastain, Elliott already won this year, so they're already in the All-Star race. Gragson, Truex need to win. Christian Eckes, part-time driver. All right, Chastain takes the white flag. Chase Elliott tries to do a little crossover with Ross Chastain to trick him, but it didn't really work out too much. Gragson 3rd, and then Christian Eckes falls down to 5th. Looked like he got a little loose or hit the wall or something. Truex takes 4th from him, and Christian Eckes is going to pick the outside lane to help out Truex and Elliott. Let's see how this works out. Coming to the white flag for segment number 9. Oh my goodness, we got a huge wreck, a horrible wreck. Caution's out for sure. El Reco's out even. Chastain's going to win the segment. Truex goes from 5th to 2nd in 2 laps. And it's Noah Gragson. He will not make the All-Star race. Chase Elliott sideways on the wall. He's still in it. Eckes is still in it too. He's sideways though on turn 4 again. Christian Eckes has been through some things already. Here's a replay. Oh, Elliott hit the wall and flipped, but he saved it. Gragson also flipped, it looked like. Looks like Elliott saved it. That's a huge save for Chase Elliott, still in the race. But Noah Gragson will not make the All-Star race. That is disappointing. Could easily had a decent amount of points from that race. But Ross Chastain gets his 3rd segment win this season. He was really struggling early in the season. Now he's turning things up, just like Christopher Bell and Tyler Reddick and a bunch of other drivers. Martin Truex Jr. with a good 2nd place finish. Chase Elliott finishes 3rd. He's still in it. And Christian Eckes, part-time driver, does not finish last on his Cup Series debut. That is awesome for Christian Eckes in that 31 car. He is still in the race. All right, last segment, segment number 10. Josh Berry in that 21 car. Right now, he is in the All-Star race by the points. As long as Josh Berry finishes today and does not El Reco, he should be able to make it in. Ryan Preece in that 60 car, he needs to basically get a top 10 to get in. Eric Jones in that 43 car, he's doing good in the point standings. He should be able to get in. Same thing with Justin Allgaier. He's doing good in the point standings as well. And then Riley Herbst in that 35, he needs to win. He's in last place in points now. He needs to win. All right, Josh Berry has a really easy lead over the pack. Looked like Eric Jones got a little loose in front of the whole pack, and that stacked up everybody. I'm surprised we didn't get a caution or an El Reco out of that, but safe to say, with 2 laps to go, Berry looks like he might have it in the bag. Jones 2nd, Preece 3rd, Allgaier 4th, Riley Herbst 5th. Caution is on the track for a millionth time today for another El Reco. Barry's in the lead. Allgaier's second. Priest third, it looks like. And it's Riley Herbst. He's out of the race. He will not win. And it's Derek Jones as well. The Toyotas. The Toyotas are taken out by turn 4 again. How is turn 4 so deadly? God, what is that? Like 10 El Recos today? Oh, Jones hit the wall. I think Allgaier may have got into Jones in the wall. Allgaier might have had the lift in the turn. Maybe that's why. So Eric Jones will still make the All-Star race because he's in the top 10 in points. He will still make the All-Star race. But Riley Herbst, he will be in last place in points most likely by today. He won't even come close to making the All-Star race. Unfortunately for 23XI, Riley Herbst will not make it. There's still one lap left. Josh Berry's in the lead. Justin Allgaier's in second place. Ryan Priest in third. Ryan Priest is the only driver that needs to have a good day, basically, to get in. Allgaier, Berry are good enough in the points, I feel like. So they should be okay, but let's see what Priest does. Josh Berry and the Wood Brothers get their third segment win of the year, but in a terrifying moment. Look at this. He hits turn 4, gets sideways, somehow doesn't flip or traction roll, but Josh Berry saves it. He crossed the finish line before he wrecked. So Josh Berry will get his third segment win this season. Huge win segment there for Josh Berry and the Wood Brothers. Ryan Priest able to get up to second from Allgaier. Priest, I feel like, would take second good here. As long as Priest has a top 10 finish today, he should maybe be able to make the All-Star race. A win would be the best, though, of course, for him, but we'll see how everything plays out. But we will be right back after these messages. Are you wanting to take your main squeeze out on a date, but all your skrill has left you out? Well, don't worry about that, because the crazy Dallas Cup Series has you covered for fun, racing action, and entertainment that you will never get sick of. Thank you. Are you hungry but you don't want to spend a lot of money on fast food these days? Well, come to Dan's Subs for sub sandwiches if you don't want to spend no more than $10 on some food, because inflation is ridiculous this year. Hungry yet? Do you like Italian food? Do you like pizza? Well, come to Papa Fire's Pizza, where you'll never have any bad experiences with pizza ever again if you come to this place from now on, because this place is famous for their Italian pizzas. You will find Papa Fire's Pizza all across the United States of America, and they will never let you disappoint. Papa Fire's Pizza, pizza that you will always enjoy. Are you too old for life? Are you sick of life and think life sucks? And you don't want to go to a retirement home when you get older in the future? Well, don't worry about that, because Green Chairs has you covered for awesome entertainment for elderly that will never get sick of fun games and maybe possibly a strip club for older women and men. Green Chairs for the elderly that can't stand life. All right, you guys, we are back in the Crazy House Cup Series. We are back here at Charlotte. We only have 3 cars for for the 4th place segment cars. We had all of those El Recos, and we only have 3 cars. We have Shane Van Gisbergen in that 88 car. We have Zane Smith in that 38 car, and then part-time driver, Cup Series debut, Christian Eckes. Let's do it. Coming to 2 laps to go, Shane Van Gisbergen able to hold off Zane Smith. Played a little bit of defense on that backstretch. Looked like he hit the wall a little bit there, but able to save it. Christian Eckes, part-time driver in that 31 car, chooses the inside lane to push a Chevy. Zane Smith into second. White flag is out for Shane Van Gisbergen. He's looking really good on the 88 car. Safe to say he should be able to make the All-Star race. As long as he does not El Reco today, he should be able to make the All-Star race. So coming to the white flag, it's SVG in first, Zane Smith second, and then part-time driver almost past Zane Smith. That is Christian Eckes. Wow, that was a really good finish. Shane Van Gisbergen able to hold off Zane Smith for the segment win, and he will advance to the thirds. Huge segment win for SVG, able to stay alive to try and get into the All-Star race. He pretty much secures it now. As long as he doesn't El Reco, he should be able to have it. Zane Smith already in the All-Star race. He was in 11th in point standings. He should be able to make it, obviously. Christian Eckes third. All right, here are all your cars that finished in third place. We have Joey Logano in the 22, Bubba Wallace in the 23, Ty Gibbs in the 54, Justin Haley in the 7, Alex Womack in the 48, Michael McDowell in the 71, Daniel Suarez in the 99, Chase Elliott in the number 9, Justin Allgaier in the number 40, and Shane Van Gisbergen, your wild card car, who was able to finish first place in that force race that we just got done with. He will be in the number 88, of course, as always. So in total, we have, it looks like 10 cars. Here's segment number 1. We're going to have one segment of 4 cars and 2 segments of 3. We have Joey Logano with the 22, Michael McDowell in the 71, Daniel Suarez in the 99, and Justin Allgaier in the 40. Logano already won Bristol this year. He's in the All-Star race. McDowell automatically gets in now. He's good in points. Same with Allgaier. It's just Daniel Suarez that needs to finish good. Caution is out on the track for another El Reco. And for the first time today, we have an El Reco that did not involve turn 4. And it's Justin Allgaier who's on his side off the track. He's in turn 3. Not sure what happened with him. He must have fell off the track. Logano a little loose in front of Mike McDowell. Oh, they were 3 wide. Suarez put it 3 wide. Suarez obviously desperate to, get into the All-Star race. And Daniel Suarez pulls 3 wide on the backstretch. Allgaier did not have enough room, and he got squeezed by McDowell. Obviously not on purpose. Suarez obviously getting every point he can, but Allgaier, he's still in the All-Star race. Good thing for all that good finishes early this year. He's still in the All-Star race. But with coming to 2 laps to go, Logano in first. Suarez is going to get pushed by Michael McDowell. This is exactly what Daniel Suarez wanted. Let's see if he can pass Logano. Joey Logano able to hold off Michael McDowell. Very aggressive driving by Logano, but he is able to keep the lead from McDowell. So coming to the white flag, Logano's in the lead. McDowell is in second. And Daniel Suarez, I don't know what happened with him, but that move was really good by Suarez, and then that lap was not good. Michael McDowell for Spire Motorsports on the outside lane gets the huge run and gets the segment win. That is Michael McDowell's first segment win this year. There you have it. He gets his first segment win this year and pretty much dominated that lap. Able to pass Logano off of turn number 2 on the outside lane. Logano will hold off to second, Suarez third. So Suarez will not make the All-Star race. Here's your next segment. We have Bubba Wallace in the 23. He needs to have a really good finish today. He needs a top 10 finish for sure to get to the All-Star race. Justin Haley, he's desperate. He needs a win in that number 7 Iowa Hawkeyes car. And then Chase Elliott in second place in points now, doing well. Wow, take a look at Chase Elliott in the number 9 Napa Auto Parts car. Bubba Wallace gets loose off of turn 2. Justin Haley gives Chase Elliott a draft bump, and Chase Elliott takes the lead. He goes from 3rd to 1st in 1 lap. Justin Haley able to help out Chase Elliott a little bit there. Chase Elliott takes the lead early in the race with 2 to go. Bubba Wallace is stuck on the outside. He has no help. Justin Haley picks the inside lane to help out a Chevy. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Chase Elliott and Hedrick Motorsports. Chase Elliott able to hold off Bubba Wallace there. A good defensive and clean defensive move by Chase Elliott, able to hold off Bubba Wallace on turn number 3. Bubba Wallace second. Justin Haley needs to win here. Hendrick Motorsports, Chase Elliott, they get their 18th segment win today. That's Chase Elliott's 7th segment win this year. Bubba Wallace will finish in the 2nd place, just short of the segment win. We'll see how he does in the point standings to see if he gets in. Justin Haley out. All right, this is your last segment for the thirds race. We have Ty Gibbs in the number 54 Interstate Batteries car. And next up, we have Alex Bowman in that 48 Ally car. And then we have Shane Van Gisbergen in your wild card car in the 88 WeatherTech car. He's looking for a top 10 finish today to get into the All-Star race. All right, coming to 2 laps to go, Ty Gibbs leads the pack. Alex Bowman in second. Shane Van Gisbergen chooses the inside lane. He does not help Alex Bowman's Chevy. Bowman needs to win. Wow, take a look at the replay right here. Bowman gets a great jump on the outside lane. He does exactly what he needed to. Look at Shane Van Gisbergen on the outside lane. Gets a little bit of a side draft from Ty Gibbs. And Alex Bowman takes the lead with the white flag out. If Ty Gibbs did not push Bowman there off of turn 4, SVG would have went from 3rd to 1st. So coming to the white flag, Bowman's your leader. SVG second, Ty Gibbs 3rd. Let's see what happens. He's got it. Alex Bowman gets the segment win. Such a huge segment win for Alex Bowman. He's doing really bad in the point standings. Bowman needs to win today. That's a huge segment win for him. He's staying alive in the point standings for the All-Star race to get in top 24 cars advance. All right, guys, now that we're done with your 3rd place cars, we're going to take all our 2nd place finished cars and put them into segments and race them, and whoever wins goes to the B main, which is all the segment winner cars. So we have Todd Gillen in that 34 car, William Byron in that 24 car, Kyle Busch in that 8 Cheddar's car, Jaron Nemechek in that 42, Cody Ware in the 51 is looking really, really good, surprisingly. A.J. Allmendinger in the 16, and then on the top we have Martin Truex Jr. in the 56, Ryan Preece in the number 60, Michael McDowell in the 71, Chase Elliott in the number 9, and Alex Bowman in the 48. So, John Nemechek, Cody Ware, A.J. Allmendinger, and Alex Bowman, those guys and Truex need to all win today to get in, basically. Here's your first segment. It's William Byron in the 24, A.J. Allmendinger in the 16, Martin Truex Jr. in the 56, and Michael McDowell in the 71. 3 laps, as always, here at Charlotte. 4 cars. Let's get it started for the 2nd place cars / wild cars. Wow, what a crossover for William Byron. A.J. Allmendinger. He took the lead from William Byron, then he spun out in front of the pack, and then something happened to him. He went from 2nd to 1st to 4th. What a chaotic lap for A.J. Allmendinger. He's down to 4th, Truex 3rd, McDowell 2nd, Byron's your leader with 2 to go. All right, white flag is out. William Byron is your leader. He's looking really strong in that 24 car. Michael McDowell, both those drivers, Byron and McDowell already in the All-Star race. Martin Truex Jr. in third, AJ Allmendinger in fourth. One of those two guys has to get the win here in this segment to advance to the B main. Let's see if they can do it. Wow, what a run by Michael McDowell. He gets the second segment win for him in Inspired Motorsports this year. Look at the run he gets on the inside line. Just switches lanes, does a little crossover with William Byron, and able to find a huge run from a side draft to William Byron. So Michael McDowell goes from 0 to 2 segment wins already this season, just this one race. William Byron hangs on to second. He'll have a decent points day. AJ Allmendinger finishes third. He'll have an okay points day. And Martin Truex Jr. fourth. So Martin Truex Jr. will not make the All-Star race. AJ Allmendinger most likely not. So that sucks for them. Next segment, we have Todd Gillen in the 34. He's doing well in the point standings. Kyle Busch in the 8. He's doing okay in the point standings. He's about 10, 15 points below the cut line. As long as he has a top 5 finish today, he should be able to make it, but it all depends on when it happens. Jair Nemechek in the 42 and Alex Bowman in the 48. They need to basically win. Coming to 2 laps to go, Todd Gillen looked pretty strong in that 34 car. Kyle Busch in the 8 was right behind Todd Gillen, a little bit on his bumper, but Todd Gillen able to defend first place. Jair Nemechek gets turned by Alex Bowman, but they both save it before they wreck. Wow, take a look at this awesome crossover by Kyle Busch. Busch clear right there off of turn 2. Todd Gillen gets a push from Alex Bowman. He's on the outside. Bowman trying to push the 34. Then Jair Nemechek comes out of nowhere and takes second place. He goes from 4th to 2nd. That is exactly what John Hunter Nemechek wanted. He goes from 4th to 2nd. He has a chance on that outside line, but Kyle Busch is also trying to have a decent points day. Everybody is looking for a win today to get into the All-Star race, because the All-Star race, you get a maximum of 30 points, or 33 points technically. If you win the poll, you get 3 points. If you win, you get 30 points in the point standings. So coming to the white flag, it's Kyle Busch in first, looking for his first segment win today. Can he do it? RCR Racing, Kyle Busch, they get their first segment win with Kyle Busch this year in the Crazy House Cup Series season. That is a huge segment win for Kyle Busch. He might make the All-Star race, but he has to at least make the main event, which is one more advancement than this. Todd Gillen finishes second. He'll make the All-Star race. John Hunter Nemechek third. Alex Bowman fourth. They will not make the All-Star race. It's official. So sucks to be them. All right, here's your, I believe, your last segment, maybe? No, we have one more segment. We have Cody Ware in the 51, Ryan Preece in the 60, and Chase Elliott in the 9. Like I said before, Ware and Preece Ware needs to win. Preece needs probably at least a top 5. Chase Elliott, good. All right, Ryan Preece makes a really good pass by Cody Ware, and he takes the lead from Cody Ware. Chase Elliott's going to pick the outside lane to help out Cody Ware. Interesting strategy for Chase Elliott. All right, coming to the white flag, Cody Ware takes the lead. Chase Elliott goes from 3rd to 2nd. Cody Ware up to the lead. Ryan Preece did not have a good lap there. He had no help. All he had to do was side draft Chase Elliott, which did not work out for him. So Preece and Ware are going to help each other out because they're forwards. Let's see how this happens with the white flag out. Caution is out on the track. That is going to do it. We have an El Reco on the track. Chase Elliott goes from third to first in this segment. He will go to the B main. And it's Cody Ware and Ryan Preece. They are both upside down. Mr. Flying Man himself, Ryan Preece, with another flip. He flipped at Talladega last race, then he flipped again today. Let's take a look at what happened. Ware's in the lead. He's clear of Elliott, and then he looked like Ware had to lift in the turn or something, and then he hit the wall. That outside lane in turn 4, you do not want to be there. And Chase Elliott is the lucky man. He will advance to the B main. Chase Elliott doing really well in the point standings. We'll see how he does after today. Cody Ware will not make the All-Star race. Ryan Preece probably won't make the All-Star race either, especially since Brad Keselowski's doing better than him and Cindric in the points. But Chase Elliott will win the segment, and he is looking for a second win this season. He won at the Crazy House 500. He's looking strong in that 9 car. Finished second last week at Talladega, just too short of Ross Chastain. All right, here's a look at all your cars that are in the B main. Chase Briscoe, your pole setter, in the 19 car. Austin Dillon in the 3. Denny Hamlin in the 11. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 47. Kyle Larson in the number 5. Ty Dillon in the 10. On the top of the screen, we have Carson Hocevar in the 77. Christopher Bell in the number 20. Ross Chastain in the number 1. Josh Berry in the 21. Mike McDowell in the 71. Kyle Busch in the 8. And Chase Elliott in the number 9. Basically, Kyle Busch and Austin Dillon are realistically the only 2 drivers for RCR Racing that need to win, basically, to get in to the All-Star race. Those are the only 2 cars that are not in the All-Star race right now in the points-wise. Here's your first segment. We have Chase Briscoe, your pole setter. Kyle Larson will be second place starting in this segment. Josh Berry will start 3rd. Kyle Busch will start 4th. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. 3 laps. Let's get it. Caution is on the track for another El Reco. Who is it? Oh, Josh Berry's out of the race. I think. He is on his sort of side. He's not on all 4 of his wheels. And it's Kyle Larson who's on his roof. He fell off the track. He's on the backstretch. He's right by the backstretch, like right in the middle of the backstretch. Let's take a look at what happened. Briscoe trying to pass Larson. Berry gives Larson a little push. Briscoe blocks it. Very bad block by Briscoe. Larson falls off the track. He's out. And yeah, Berry's out of it. Berry easily wrecked before he crossed finish line. He hit turn 4 on the outside line. So Josh Berry and Kyle Larson both out of the race. And the best news, Kyle Busch will advance to the main event as long as he finishes and does not wreck. He will make the main event. Wow, this is exactly what you want to see if you're a Kyle Busch fan. Coming to 2 laps to go, though. We still have 2 laps. Chase Briscoe's your leader. Kyle Busch on the outside line in second. Briscoe obviously has the advantage. He's on the inside line and he's your pole setter. All right, with a little help in the turn number 4, Chase Briscoe able to hold off Kyle Busch for first place, coming to the white flag. Chase Briscoe lost a lot of momentum in turn 4. I'm not sure if he hit the wall or what, but he's in the lead. Chase Briscoe, Joe Gibbs Racing, your pole setter. Chase Briscoe going to go to the main event. Kyle Busch, he was clear of Briscoe for a couple seconds and he hit the wall, but he saved it. So Kyle Busch will advance to the main event. here's a look at your second segment. We have the Dillon brothers going to lead you down first and second. Austin Dillon needs to basically win to get into the All-Star race. Let's see if he can do it here at Charlotte. He's always good here at Charlotte. Ty Dillon, the 10, he's doing good in the points. He should be able to make it as long as he doesn't El Reco. Christopher Bell in the 20 car, he is already automatically in now. So Christopher Bell in the All-Star race. Chase Elliott will start fourth as well. All right, coming to 2 laps ago, it's the Dillon brothers out in front, first and second place. Austin Dillon first, Ty Dillon second. Christopher Bell, still in third. Chase Elliott still in fourth. Austin Dillon trying to pull a Kyle Busch and kind of screw around the first lap or two and then make his move to get to the All-Star race. All right, coming to the white flag, Austin Dillon, that 3 car is actually looking really strong. He's doing well on that inside line. Christopher Bell goes from 4th to 2nd there. Chase Elliott jumps up to 3rd, and Ty Dillon did not have a good restart in that 10 car. He'll be in 4th. Caution is on the track for a huge wreck. El Reco is out. That is probably the worst wreck we've seen today. Oh my goodness. Austin Dillon's out of it. He will not make the All-Star race. Oh my goodness, he was doing so good. And Ty Dillon's out of it. The Dillon brothers, who started first and second, are out of it. And Christopher Bell is off the track. He's on his wheels. He's on turn number 2. Chase Elliott's your leader, folks. Look at this. Chase Elliott trying to push Austin Dillon to the segment win. Austin Dillon looked like he hit the wall coming to the line. Wow, he was like 3 inches away to winning this segment to get to the All-Star race possibly. And just like that, him and Ty Dillon are out of it. I'm not sure what happened to Ty Dillon or Christopher Bell, because I was more focused on on Austin Dillon because, he needs to basically win or get a top 5 at least. But nobody finished that lap, which is very uncommon. So Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, first place, second place cars, coming to the white flag still. Let's see if they can finish the segment. Chase Elliott is going to win the segment. Christopher Bell finishes second. It looked like Elliott hit the wall coming to the tri-oval right where Dillon went. So we will take a look at that part of area of track and make sure it gets redone so that way it doesn't happen, hopefully, ever again. All right, Denny Hamlin started 3rd place today. He's doing really well in the point standings. Right now he's in the top 5. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. also doing well in the point standings. He's right now in 10th place in the points. Carson Hocevar, he's looking pretty well in the point standings. He should be able to make the All-Star race. Same with all these drivers. All these drivers should make the All-Star race as long as nobody here El Recos. They should be able to make it. My mostly concern is Hocevar because he's the worst driver out of all these drivers in the points right now. But let's see how everything plays out. All right, coming to 2 laps to go. Denny Hamlin looked pretty strong in that 11 car. Carson Hocevar tried to pass him with a little crossover, kind of like what a couple other drivers did early in the race, but it didn't quite work out for him. Stenhouse is in 3rd. Look at Michael McDowell. He's in 4th. Ross Chastain's going to pick the outside lane to help out his Chevrolet. All right, coming to the white flag, Denny Hamlin looking strong in that number 11 car. Carson Hocevar is in 2nd. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 3rd. Michael McDowell in 4th, Ross Chastain in 5th. Top 4 cars in this segment advance to the main event. So Ross Chastain right now out. Technically, right now, he's in 5th place. He's the one car that will not advance right now. Let's see if he can pass somebody to get to the main event. Carson Hocevar on the outside line gets the segment win. Denny Hamlin gets loose in front of Michael McDowell. And Ross Chastain for Trackhouse Racing get the advancement on Ricky Stenhouse Jr. So Carson Hocevar going to go to the main event with Denny Hamlin, Michael McDowell, and Ross Chastain. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., unfortunately for him, he'll have another good points day. Luckily for him, he'll be in the All-Star race. But unfortunately for Ricky Stenhouse Jr., he will not win the race, but he will have most likely a top 10 finish today. So that is your look. That is a look on your final advancements. And Carson Hocevar doing a really good job this race. Let's see if he can get his first win in the CDCS series. He has a great chance. So, yeah, we'll see how he does coming up to the main event. But before we get to the main event, we will be right back after these messages. Have you been accused of a crime that you did not commit? Well, then you need to get on the phone and call the law offices of Harry, Dingle, and Barry. Been serving you since 2002? Call Harry, Dingle, and Barry. Call Harry, Dingle, and Barry. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy Crazy Dallas. Before we get to the CDCS race, I just want to say thank you guys so much for subscribing, and all that. I cannot appreciate you guys more enough than this. It's been a really long journey. I've been doing YouTube now for coming to about 6 years almost, and I am not trying to stop anytime soon. So, yeah, I'll keep doing my thing. You guys keep subscribing, commenting, sharing everything, and we'll see how it plans out. So, yeah. All right, you guys, we are back in the Crazy Dallas Cup Series. Do you guys know what time it is? Because I do. It's main event time, where we're going to have all 8 of these drivers battle out for 12 laps. We're going to have 12 laps for this main event since it's a 600-mile race. We're going to have a pretty long main event here. Chase Briscoe, your pole setter, is going to start in 1st. Kyle Busch will start in 2nd place. Chase Elliott will start 3rd. Christopher Bell will start 4th. Carson Hocevar will start 5th. Denny Hamlin will start 6th. Michael McDowell will start 7th. And Ross Chastain will finish dead last, which is 8th. All of these guys have a really good chance of winning the race, whether you start in 8th or start in 1st. Doesn't matter. We have 12 laps. You guys never know what could happen. So let's get into it. Caution is out on the track already. Let's take a look at what happened. It looks like we're missing Chase Elliott. Yep, there he is off the track. He's on his wheels. No El Recco, by the way. And Kyle Busch is stuck in the middle of turns 3 and 4. He's on his wheels as well. Here's a replay. Chase has started 3rd. Kyle Busch started 2nd. Here's Chase Briscoe. He's clear, trying to block both lanes here. Ooh, they're wrecking behind. I think that was Denny Hamlin. And then Kyle Busch almost takes himself out with Chase Elliott. Carson Hocevar gets loose in front of his teammate and Christopher Bell. Chase Briscoe just watched all of that chaoticness happen behind him. And then there's Ross Chastain. Haven't heard his name yet in that wreck. And there's Denny Hamlin. I think Chastain got into Hamlin. I think Hamlin just got Chastained, but he saved it. So coming to 11 laps to go, Briscoe's in 1st. Carson Hocevar, he goes from 5th to 2nd there? That's crazy. He's doing a good job. McDowell's 3rd. Chastain up to 4th from 8th to 4th. Christopher Bell's in 5th. Denny Hamlin is in 6th. Chase Elliott's in 7th. And Kyle Busch is now in 8th. So coming to 11 laps to go, your pole setter, Chase Briscoe, leading the pack pretty easily there. See how he does. Caution is out on the track. We got a huge wreck. No El Reco again, luckily. But we got a big wreck. Denny Hamlin's off the track. He wrecks again. He's on the backstretch. Chastain is sideways in front of Kyle Busch, coming right off of turn number 2. And then Carson Hocevar, he's off the track. He's in a pot pan. It looks like we're going to just cook the Chili's car, because why not? Who's hungry? Who wants a burrito? Here's a replay. Briscoe. Oh! Chastain got into him. Chastain just chastained Hocevar. Oh, and look at Michael McDowell on the outside lane. He takes the lead. Michael McDowell comes out of nowhere and just takes the lead from your pole setter. So Spire Motorsports for Michael McDowell looking for his first ever win in the Crazy House Cup Series. Same thing with Spire Motorsports. They've never won the CDCS series. So McDowell's in the lead. Briscoe, Bell, Elliott, Chastain, Busch, Hamlin, and Hocevar. That's your top 8. Caution is on the track again. Man, what is going on? McDowell, I think, is still your leader. And it's Chase Briscoe, your pole setter. He's off the track. He's stuck in turn 1, and Chase Elliott off the track. He's in the pot pan. Looks like we're not only going to cook the Chili's car, but looks like we're cooking Chase Elliott's car. Here's a replay. Oh, it looked like Briscoe hit the outside wall as turn 2, the new turn 4. And look at Christopher Bell. He's sideways in front of Chastain, Busch, and Hamlin. Yeah, McDowell led that lap pretty easily. Oh, I can't believe we're 3 cautions in. We're 3 for 3 for cautions. Coming to 9 laps to go, we still have all 8 cars somehow. And there's still 9 laps left. Oh, Lord. This is going to get really chaotic fast. McDowell's in the lead. Bell up to 2nd. Busch in 3rd. Chastain still in 4th, Hamlin 5th, Hocevar 6th, Chase Elliott 7th, and Chase Briscoe 8th. Michael McDowell leads with 9 laps to go. All right, coming to 8 laps to go, Christopher Bell takes the lead from Michael McDowell. That was a great pass by Christopher Bell. Able to get to Michael McDowell and pass him. McDowell keeps 2nd place from Ross Chastain. Chastain's up to 3rd. Briscoe's up to 4th. Hocevar's up to 4th. Briscoe took 7th place from Chase Elliott. So it's Bell first. Then it's McDowell, Chastain, Hocevar, Busch, Hamlin, Briscoe, and Elliott. That's your top 8 with 8 laps to go. Caution is out again. Coming to 7 laps to go. Who is it? Someone fell off the track or something. It's Denny Hamlin. He's on his wheels. How are we not getting any El Recos? This is crazy. We had like 6 cars flip over multiple times for some of them. Oh, Hamlin got pushed off the track by Kyle Busch. Look at the run Chase Briscoe gets with pushing Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott goes from 8th to 4th in that lap. Christopher Bell's your leader. Chastain takes 2nd from McDowell. McDowell's in 3rd. Elliott's in 4th. Hocevar still stuck in 5th. Briscoe's in 6th now. Kyle Busch falls down to 7th. Denny Hamlin falls down to 8th. Coming to 7 laps to go, Christopher Bell trying to hold off all these Chevrolets and his 2 teammates of Briscoe and Hamlin. Wow, take a look at a replay here. Here's the replay. Ross Chastain takes the lead from Christopher Bell. Chase Elliott gets Christopher Bell a little sideways. He's trying to get a run on the outside lane. Then Michael McDowell passes Elliott. He's trying to pass his teammate. He does so. Chase Elliott barely able to hold on to 4th place from Carson Hocevar. So Chastain is your leader with 6 laps to go. Chastain won Talladega last week. Can Chastain win back-to-back races? Wow, take a look at a replay here between Ross Chastain and Michael McDowell battling for the lead coming to the line. Looked like it was Chastain. You can see McDowell. Yeah, Chastain holds off McDowell. That was a close finish. Coming to 5 laps to go, Chastain is in the lead. McDowell second. Bell third. Hocevar takes 4th from Chase Elliott. Elliott 5th. Busch takes 6th from Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin 7th. Chase Briscoe falls down to 8th. Your pole setter is down in the 8th place. Let's see if Chase Briscoe and Joe Gibbs Racing can get back up in the top 5 at least with 5 to go. Michael McDowell Inspired Motorsports take the lead back from Ross Chastain and from everybody else. Look at this run McDowell had on the outside line. He gets pushed by his teammate Hocevar. Chastain gets a little sideways in front of Christopher Bell and Carson Hocevar. So coming to 3 laps to go, McDowell's in the lead. He needs to basically win the race to get into the All-Star race. Let's see if he can do it. He needs at least a top 5 finish, and that's exactly what he's looking for. So with coming to 4 laps to go now, McDowell's in the lead. Chastain, your winner last race at Talladega, is in 2nd. Bell 3rd, Hocevar 4th, Elliott, Hamlin, Briscoe, and Busch. Caution is on the track. No El Reco once again. We actually haven't had a caution in a while. And it's Kyle Busch who's stuck. And it's Carson Hocevar and Denny Hamlin. They're both off the track. Coming out of turn 4. Let's see if turn 4 striked once again. Here's a replay. McDowell gets loose, and the Hocevar. Hamlin just gets jumped by Kyle Busch. I mean, there's no other way to explain that. And look at the battle between Michael McDowell and Chase Elliott for, I believe, 2nd. So coming to 3 laps to go. Look at that finish by 0.004 seconds. That is so close. Look at that. That's crazy. So, yeah, coming to 3 laps to go. Chastain is your leader. He won at Talladega. This is exactly what Ross Chastain did. He screwed around the first couple laps. Then he started making his moves and avoiding the big wrecks. That's exactly what you want to do for Chastain. Christopher Bell's in 2nd. Michael McDowell drops down to 3rd. He's still in it. Everybody's still in it, actually. Elliott's in 4th. Briscoe up to 5th. Busch up to 6th. Hocevar 7th. Hamlin 8th. Caution is on the track again, and this time we have the El Reco sign up. Who is in the El Reco? I don't see Chase Elliott. I don't see Christopher Bell. There's Bell. I don't see McDowell. Elliott's sideways. It's Carson Hocevar. He's on his roof. He was really close. And Chastain's out of it. No! Ross Chastain. He's on his side off the track. Your winner last week at Talladega. And we got someone else off the track. It's Chase Briscoe. He's on his wheels. What is going on out here at Talladega? Let's take a look at a replay. Hocevar. Chastain was leading. Christopher Bell trying to pass him on the outside. Oh, Briscoe gets knocked off by Hocevar and his teammate Hamlin by accident. And then Chastain just gets pounded by the wall. Bell trying to pass or bump him back to the lead or whatever. And Michael McDowell is going to be your leader with 2 laps to go. Oh, that sucks for Carson Hocevar. Still looking for that first win. Won't happen today, but Hocevar will be in the All-Star race as well as Hamlin, of course, because since he won last race here at Talladega. So 2 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Michael McDowell, Spire Motorsports, they've never won in the Crazy House Cup Series. They are trying to do it. Kyle Busch up to second place. Both of these guys need to win to get in to the All-Star race. Basically, well, more Busch. Kyle Busch needs to win to get in. Michael McDowell just needs a top 5. Denny Hamlin's in third. Joe Gibbs Racing Cars are third, fourth, and sixth. Chase Elliott is in fifth with 2 laps to go. Michael McDowell, can he do it? He's looking for it. Caution is out on the track for another El Rico. And is it who I think it is? No! Michael McDowell out of the race. He's off the track. He was 2 laps away from winning, and Kyle Busch is off the track, but he's on his wheels. So Michael McDowell, let's take a look at a replay. He was right in front of Busch, and then he hits the wall. Hamlin comes out of nowhere. Denny Hamlin was in 7th place at one time, and now he's up in the lead with the white flag. Can Denny Hamlin win? That is such a disappointing finish for McDowell. He had it in the bag. He just got screwed by the turn 4 wall. Yet again, basically, coming to that tri-oval, that part is so scary. You do not want to wreck there. So coming to the white flag, we got 5 cars left. Hamlin's leading. Bell is second. Elliott's in third. Briscoe's in fourth. Kyle Busch is in fifth. If Chase Elliott finishes in front of Chase Briscoe, he is going to be your new points leader, or regains first place from Chase Briscoe. So Denny Hamlin, he was your pole sitter at a few races ago. He's looking for that win in that 11 car. Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, Denny Hamlin's 2 Joe Gibbs Racing teammates. They're also looking for it. Anybody's got it. All it takes is one wreck here at Charlotte. Let's find out here when you're in. Joe Gibbs Racing, Denny Hamlin, they steal the win over Chase Elliott and Christopher Bell and those other drivers, and they crash coming out of turn number 4. Chase Elliott will take second place. So Chase Elliott will be your new points leader, and Denny Hamlin is going to win the 2026 Pepsi 600 here at Charlotte for the Crazy Dallas Cup Series. What a finish. Denny Hamlin just came out of nowhere. He was all the way back in 7th and 8th place, middle of the race, and he comes out of nowhere and steals it. Here is your look at your finishing order of the main event. Hamlin first, Elliott second, Christopher Bell third, Chase Briscoe fourth, and Kyle Busch fifth. So Kyle Busch, by the looks of it, let's see if he can make the All-Star race. We have to take a look. It depends on where Alex Bowman is. If Alex Bowman is ahead of 20th place. So Kyle Busch will not be in the All-Star race, nor will Alex Bowman. Oh, that's disappointing. Kyle Busch will just barely miss out on the All-Star race by probably about 10 points. Oh, that sucks for Kyle Busch. He had a great day, though. A top 5 for Kyle Busch is great. So here is your, like I said here is your finishing order from Denny Hamlin all the way to Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell went from first place to 21st. We had 42 cars. And then from 22nd place was Carson Hocevar. All the way down to last place in today's race was part-time driver in that 87 Red Bull car. Connor Zilic finished 42nd. That really stings for Zilic. And, Spire Motorsports was doing a great job too. But either way, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching the Pepsi 600 here at Charlotte for the Crazy House Cup Series. Next week, we have the All-Star Race for the Crazy House Cup Series, the CDCS All-Star Race at Dover. So I'll see you guys then. See you guys later.